Hey guys, I'm meteorologist Christine Gormley, and happy Friday. Thanks for joining us on your Friday afternoon. So today we're going to get into a few things. We got some severe weather tomorrow. It's going to start later on this evening, but we got rain and thunderstorms today with that same system, southeast severe risk tomorrow, and we've got a warm up coming. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So we do have Raising Hail Tour next week in Denton, Texas, February 1st on Thursday. So head on over to our Hail Trace Facebook event page and also take a picture, screenshot that discount code on this screen or scan that QR code just at the top of your screen there, and just we're looking forward to seeing you guys there. And there's several other dates in February as well if you miss it. So going into our current conditions right now, temperatures in the DFW area, 51 degrees in Dallas. We do have some showers in the northwest there, some thunderstorms up there as well. 50s and 40s across the area in the DFW area, and front range conditions are in the 40s, some 30s, some snow down where it's colder. So it's a pretty wide range of temperatures here. But currently right now, we got some thunderstorms out in northwest Texas and South Oklahoma. That is from the same system that we're going to get into the details of, that's going to give us some severe weather tomorrow for the southeast. But right now, there's nothing severe going on right now. It's just thunderstorms, some lightning and thunder out there for your Friday afternoon. And that's really all we're expecting today in Texas and Oklahoma and just across the region. For today. So temperatures are in the 40s and 50s in the south, 63 degrees in Houston, 65 in Atlanta. Up north, we're in the 30s and 40s, and not much is going on up there. We've got a short wave giving New York, I almost blanked on it, New York some freezing rain and some rain up there, but overall we're looking pretty dry for most of the area. But here's where you can see that low pressure system just spinning and making its way south. You can see on water vapor imagery here those thunderstorms, and some thunderstorms out in the Gulf as well. And here's what that looks like. So let's get into some of the main weather pattern that we're going to see for the next 48 hours. So this is that low pressure system that's centered just west Texas and southeast New Mexico, and that's expected to move east, this afternoon, this evening, and overnight tonight. And that is where upper level winds, moisture, and just all kinds of severe weather ingredients are going to really ramp up tonight and into tomorrow for the southeast. So we'll have to really keep an eye on this region going into tonight and into tomorrow. And I'm zooming in on this for a reason, because this is where you see that that's where we get that really upper level ascend is what we call it, or just updraft speed from this system, and that's on a broader scale. So we'll get down to what it looks like at the surface here in just a few minutes. But this is where we see that updraft and lots of instability with this as well along the coast anyway, going into tomorrow. But so this is going to move east going into Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and it's going to move northeast tomorrow night into Sunday. And we'll have temperatures really cold on the back end of it as well. So we'll get into that here in just a minute. So this is what our hail forecast looks like for Saturday. Birmingham, Montgomery, we're at a low risk for just some an inch to an inch and a quarter. So quarter size, maybe $half size hail for tomorrow. So hail is not really the big story with this severe setup. It's really winds and tornadoes are the two main things that we're really going to watch out for going into Saturday. So as this line of storms moves across the southeast, definitely expecting multiple severe thunderstorm warnings to go out. That just means that wind speeds are over 58 miles per hour, and the hail sizes are over an inch as well. So there is a moderate, I did put a level 2 out of 5 for Mobile, Alabama, and low risk for the rest of the areas. But basically anywhere where this line is moving through, you have a chance to see wind speeds over 58 miles per hour. So keep that in mind for your Saturday as we get into the weekend. So tornado forecast anywhere in this region, low chance for tornadoes, but it's still there. I'm really expecting if we get any tornadoes tomorrow for it to be in this region, and I'll explain more of why that is here in just a minute. But Birmingham, Montgomery, I think Montgomery was supposed to be in a different location, but you guys get the idea. Montgomery and Birmingham are two main locations that are going to be in the risk for tomorrow. So current dew points right now are in the 60s, 63 in Gulf Shores, 62 in Lafayette, upper 50s. So that's going to be really important as we go into Saturday, because we really need that moisture, and we really need that moisture source for us to get a lot of instability and for us to get fuel for the storms. So going into tomorrow, here's the forecasted dew points. They're going to stick around 60s, mid to upper 60s even going into Saturday. And on the back side of the front, those dew points are going to take a dip and be in the 40s after the severe risk is over. But going into the future radar for today, because this is that same system that's going to impact the southeast, Oklahoma City, south part of Oklahoma and northwest Texas are expecting thunderstorms today. Like I said before, nothing severe today in this area, but you might hear some thunder, see some lightning out there, so be careful about that. That'll continue. That'll start a little bit this afternoon here in the next hour or two, and then go into this later on this evening and go into the overnight hours. So this is at 9 p.m. tonight. Much of the state is covered. There's also a flooding risk as well with portions of the southeast with this system. So lots of rain is really in the forecast for this afternoon, this evening, tonight, and tomorrow. So as this system moves off to the east, we see that it really starts to ramp up in the southeast, and you see that line of storms right here just moving, and that's when the severe risk is really going to ramp up for your Saturday. And it starts as early as overnight tonight into the wee hours of Saturday morning. This is what it looks like at 7 a.m. for your Saturday, that line of storms right here, and that's basically the cold front of the system that's going to move through. In this area right here in Atlanta, southeast Georgia, it's very warm ahead of the line of storms. It's very warm, very moist, so we've got plenty of fuel for these storms as well. But it's really, as this cold front moves through, that's really going to create lift and have that lifting mechanism for storms. So I'm expecting possible tornadoes, winds 58 to 75 miles per hour in some places with this cold front line. When you have a line of storms moving through, it moves through pretty fast. So it's going to move through pretty fast anywhere it goes. By the evening and overnight, it'll be out of the southeast and moving up north. But by 10:30, Atlanta, it's right to the west of you and moving in. And Atlanta is really on kind of the outskirts of the severe risk, but there's still a severe risk in Atlanta, so still keep that in mind. But here's something interesting about this as well. So behind the main line of storms, there's a line of isolated, possibly isolating, rotating thunderstorms behind this line, and that's where really we get the highest risk for some rotating thunderstorms, maybe possibly a few tornadoes and hail out of that, and the winds as well, because this is right as the cold front approaches. It's still going to be a little bit warm as this line forms, so it could still, feed off of that warm, moist environment. But that's where we're really going to see in this region the highest chance for tornadoes, hail, and damaging winds across Birmingham and Montgomery, Alabama. Going into this, the timing of this is between 2 and 4 p.m. on Saturday, maybe 2 and 5 p.m. Kind of a long range, a big range, but that's what it's looking like right now. So you'll have to stay tuned on that to see if anything changes, and that's going to move off to the southeast in the evening hours. So that's what it's looking like for tomorrow. Also, I'm expecting locations near the Gulf Coast or the Gulf Gulf of Mexico to have a higher risk for hail and damaging winds and maybe even a few tornadoes. There's a chance that that risk could move down to the Gulf Coast regions like New Orleans, because that's where it's warm and moist and it's where the instability is the highest. So one thing about this that makes it a little bit uncertain is that there's cloud cover. So there's cloud cover today, there's going to be cloud cover tomorrow, all the way leading up to this event, and that could really hinder us from getting warm and getting unstable, and we're really lacking some of that instability right now. So that's what this is showing us right here. We see that cloud cover, we see temperatures in the 60s and 70s, a little bit higher near the coastal regions, but this is this afternoon at 2:30. We're going to see a little bit of thunderstorms, nothing severe today, maybe some marginal risk for some stuff by this evening and overnight tonight. Really overnight tonight into tomorrow, that's when things really start to ramp up and we start to see that. But there is some uncertainty with the cloud cover and what that's really going to do to the environment going into tomorrow. But we'll have to keep you guys informed and definitely stay tuned. So here's the future wind gusts. Winds are going to be pretty strong as that main line moves through. 60+ mile per hour winds are expected in some places. So just be aware of that. And then here's the instability for you guys. So instability overnight tonight into tomorrow is going to be pretty low, but then going into the afternoon hours tomorrow, once we get to peak heating time, instability is going to be a lot higher in portions of southeast Mississippi, Atlanta, Alabama, and parts of Georgia. So those are some locations that we'll have to really be looking out for Saturday afternoon tomorrow. So here's significant tornado parameter. I'm going to stop it right here because this is where it really starts to kind of increase, is on the east side of Georgia and central parts of Georgia, and that's the location where I told you guys that's the highest risk for tornado, hail, and damaging winds in that region. So that's basically the area where we're really going to have to look out for tomorrow. But all 3 or 4 of those states are definitely what we're going to have to look out for as well. So here's that significant hail model as well. Again, kind of ramps up in that region. Not a whole lot of hail is expected out of this. We could see some embedded supercells that produce more hail, but we're not expecting too large of hail sizes for you guys tomorrow. But so going into the warm-up, we are expecting warmer temperatures in the next 6 to 10 days. So I'm looking forward to that after the last couple of weeks that we've had. And the West Coast is expected to also be rainier and a little bit wetter out there in California and Oklahoma and West Texas. So I know that the drought is really starting to kind of pick up down here. So hopefully that will alleviate that for those people. So like I said, lots of rain. We're expecting lots of rain with this system today, this afternoon, tonight, and into tomorrow, along with the severe weather. So flooding is a risk for you guys in the southeast, so be aware of that as well as you go into your weekend. And that's all I have for you guys. You guys can check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, or you guys can give us a call at 855-334-4245. You can email us at info@hailtrace.com, or you can go to our website at hailtrace.com for any more information. Have a great weekend, guys.